But yeah, I have no idea when I'm streaming after Zelda. I want to not do a Zelda game. I thought about Mario Odyssey because it's been a while since I played that. Like all non-repeat moons. Like how the rain was falling on the fade out. Welcome to the Haunted Lands. Yeah, you have to keep your PS3 if you want to do a Sonic marathon. I hope we someday as a culture reach the point where 360 and PS3 emulation is possible, because right now even PS2 emulation is a little dicey at times. I have an Intel i5, and PS2 emulation is kind of choppy for me, to tell the truth. So, unfortunately, on that note, I will probably not be streaming Persona 4 anytime soon. Because I was actually planning to, but it was kind of laggy and stuff, especially while trying to record. So, yeah, that's probably not gonna happen, sadly. I can still do Persona 3 Portable, which is on the agenda, to be honest. I've been sort of itching to replay P3P, so that might happen. I don't think it'll be the next thing I play, just because of how long that game is. I don't really want to commit to a long game immediately after Wind Waker. I mean, this is only gonna be like 10 sessions. It's not that bad, but still kind of a longish thing. I'm gonna say it again, don't buy an expensive Vita, because as soon as you do, they're gonna port the dang game. Because they've been hinting, like, oh, maybe we'll port some games, and that's the kind of thing they would port. First try, and without a guide, because I literally did this 2 days ago, so I know the pattern. Are you really willing to be the change? I don't know how that saying goes. There's some saying about like, are you willing to be the change for the world or something, and I don't have the exact quote memorized. At least don't buy like an expensive Vita. You know, you can get cheap ones. Alright, Pro Strat. Yeah, be the change you wish to see in the world, that's what it is. So Pro Strat, you don't have to leave this island. All you need to do is play the Song of Passing until the ghost ship shows up. An important thing to note about the ghost ship is it is not accessible until you get the chart. It will still appear in the world, but it won't, you can't enter it until you have the ghost ship chart. So we actually do need this. It's slightly out of the way as it is, and even if you see the ghost ship, and I have actually seen the ghost ship already spawned in on my own runs, and be like, hey look, the ghost ship, and you go over to it and it's not tangible. It's just kind of sad when you think about it. Also, next time it's gonna be Savage Labyrinth, so that's gonna be fun. I mean, that happened to me with Gravity Rush. I don't know if anyone has played and or heard of Gravity Rush, but I bought a Vita for 3 games, and you will probably make fun of me when I say the 3 games. For reasons that will become clear as I list them. So, Persona 4 Golden, Gravity Rush, and Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. I was super into Sword Art Online for a really brief time of my life, And I feel bad about it, to be honest, because I feel like I still... Like, I don't resent the series, because I did have some genuine enjoyment from, like, 2/3 of what I've seen. But it's just the amount of, like, angst about it kind of drove me away from liking it. So I kind of just fell out of the series just because I didn't like having to deal with all the outrage over it constantly. But yeah, for those who aren't aware, 2 of the 3 got ported to PS4. I think Hollow Fragment might even be on Switch now. No, it's Hollow Realization, which was the sequel, and apparently not as good. Fun fact, Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment is a piece of garbage as a game. It corrupted my Vita's memory cards like 3 times, and then I finally decided, you know what, this isn't worth it at all. And then I played the one of the other games, Lost Song, for PS4, and that one was actually alright. I think critics hated it, but there it is. I enjoyed Lost Song for what it was. I was sad that that was the only SAO game not getting ported to Switch, basically, because that's actually the one I would get for Switch. So that was a little bit disappointing. I'm dumb, I didn't even open the chart. One moment. There. That's kind of a dumb prerequisite when you think about it. Because it's like you can see the ghost ship, and you can have the chart and just forget to open it, and then it doesn't count. It's kind of weird. Like, oddly specific. I need arrows. Again, gonna try to take out the whiz rope first. One of the big improvements that people kind of don't talk about with the HD version is the ability to sort of strafe like this. I think in the original you have to stay put when using the arrow. I think it was partly just because, frankly, the GameCube had kind of nubby C-sticks. Yeah, the C-stick was kind of bad on it, so I feel like they made you just use the analog for aiming, and therefore you couldn't move and fire at the same time, which to me is one of the biggest improvements for HD. Being able, it also allows for the whole pause trick, so not bad, all things considered. I think that's how they do the pause trick. It's like going into first person, like moving in a specific way, and then you just noom all over the map. I would love to learn to speedrun the Wind Waker. It just seems very technical, and I also don't have the means to get an Italian Wii U, so not likely to happen ever, but something I've thought about. Since Italian is the fastest console version, I think. So yeah, these all have rupees because you have to spend 398 rupees per chart, which is a stupid amount on GameCube. When I think you also have less wallet space too, so it requires a lot more like back and forth. Like that's a super high amount of rupees for that version in particular. And this version isn't as bad because you have fewer charts. Also, I just remembered Astral Chain comes out in like a month. It just dawned on me, like, oh yeah, Astral Chain, that exists. I'm in. I like Platinum games, not as much as most. Like, I wasn't really a fan of Bayonetta, to be honest. Split? I mean, what's not to like? Really? What else? Oh, that's okay. I was like, should you? I thought the question was, should you do it in the first place, not which name should you actually pick. Yeah, I'm really kind of sad this year that everything I want comes out the week after my birthday. Astral Chain is like the 28th or something, and then the collection of mana is like a couple days later. Actually, they might both be the 30th. I don't remember. But it's making me kind of sad because it's like, oh, everything is coming out immediately after. Oops. I want collection mana because I love JRPGs. And I really should play Secret of Mana and Seiken Densetsu 3 at some point in my life. I feel like I kind of owe it to myself as someone who loves SNES era JRPGs. Man, I want a Chrono Trigger remake now. Low key. Not to try to jinx. Yes, I am trying to jinx this game into existence when I say this, but I would really love a Chrono Trigger remaster. Like in the style of the Trials of Mana remake that's coming out soon. I would really like to see Chrono Trigger get the same treatment. What if you just what? Do both? I often try to rush Armos Knight fights, and I always take damage when I try it. Hey, you did it. I'm glad that doesn't mess up like mod status, because that would be really frustrating. Have to remod every time someone changes their username. Not that I actually know that many people who change usernames on whims, and just for rebranding purposes. Like, I know in some chats I've seen people change their mods a lot. That reminds me, I was in a stream chat yesterday, and I meant to bring this up. There was a person in this chat whose username was something like lemon-flavored fool, and their first words in this chat were like, hello, oh whoa. I'm like, man, that feels familiar. Sadly, the streamer went offline already, so I keep wanting to raid the streamer because I've been really addicted to her content lately, but they always go offline, right? Like hours before I start streaming, so I can't ever raid them. I also feel like it would be kind of weird raiding with the Zelda stream. It'd be better to raid with the Sonic stream. I was really hoping they'd be still streaming by the end of when we were playing the Sonic randomizer, because we could have legitimately done a reference raid hashtag. But then with SA2 you raise the question of what reference do you go with? There's so many. The entire game is like an entire selection and smorgasbord, if you will, of meme quotes. It's just like, what do you even pick out of SA2? Like, what would you say is the most iconic line in SA2? Sometimes you can nick these, even though if they're floating. I feel like the I found you faker speech is probably one of the most iconic dialogues, but for single lines, I'm a little split actually. Yeah, uh-huh. You know what, I find the fact that it's slightly amazing that, like, YouTube culture has kind of ruined certain games for me, and SA2 is one of those games where I say the word ruin, but I actually mean greatly improved. Sonic 06 as well, because I always think of a certain quote at a certain moment that I will not spoil for those who have not seen the fandom and who have not seen Sonic 06 period. But there are a couple moments in 06 that are really good, and I can now not unhear them when specific moments come up. I think 06 is still a step down from SA2. In that, you know, with SA2, it's a case of like how you top that. Like, I don't think 06 was a bad fandom or anything, but it was just a step down, just because it has to be. There's no way you can top that kind of a thing. Alright, this is slightly difficult, because if they clump up like this, it can be a little difficult. Honestly, I still... Yeah, that's... Basically, anything with Eggman is like perpetually... I cannot unthink the Snap Cube dub anytime anything with Eggman happens. In both games, actually, really. For reasons I will not spoil. Okay, that should have worked. No wait, his helmet was off. That wouldn't have worked. Yeah, it's like... whatever happened to the donuts? But okay. We'll still be going by the time you get back, probably. So I'm going for another like 15-20 minutes. So that's Song of Passing. This should be number 7. So the only one left is the Savage Labyrinth, which we're probably not doing. Because, pain and suffering. That's an exaggeration. Savage Labyrinth really isn't that bad. It's, Cave of Ordeals that's, like, annoying for me. Just because... Yes, Twilight Princess talk for a quick moment. Darknets are like the bane of my existence in that game, and the Cave of Ordeals is like, let's just throw 4 Darknets in a room and have you fight them all at once, and that's just like... that's just kinda not okay.